Hi and welcome to a build challenge. So this is the first time I do these type of challenges. So I've seen some of the players who play mainly Sims in YouTube, like Little Simsy and Literacy. They've found a house that is for sale that they try to mimic. So I have found this house that I want to try mimic. So this, you can see it's a bit difficult because there are it's 3 stories, whereas the basement part is actually at the ground level in Sims here. So I need to raise up the floor. I'm not sure. It looks like I might be able to use platforms, but I'm not the most common user of building. I build a lot, but not more advanced things. So I'm gonna try and see what I can find. The side of the house looks like this. And as you can see, this part I thought first was just something that was lower down, but I actually realized that this part here is actually a pool, and this is the cover during times when it's not in use. So I found also how it's laid out, and this is, you can say, the basic shape of the house. It's in an angle, and already there I'm gonna have difficulties to make this build, but I'm gonna do my best to replicate it, even if I have to change things like this angle here, that it might just follow this and be straight. We'll see how we'll manage, but I'm gonna try this. And the first thing I need to do is to try and raise up the landing. See, this might be the and I'm thinking I'm just gonna cut to a speed build, since this will take a while to manage. Hi, so I changed to a speed build. So I did try to replicate how the house looked like. The biggest problem I had, which I tried before going into the speed build, into recording the speed build, is that if we raise the ground and use the terrain tool, then it is like it's not possible to make the ground go into the platform area or the house area, since it is this kind of slopes. That made it very difficult, and I tried to change to place the staircase. There was some things that were not working in my favor. So I had to change some of the things. I did try to use the platforms and then the train tool just to get the staircase and because that platform at the left side, that one is the same way, but it was kind of problematic to make it work. Plus, as I suspected, since the it is restricted on the possibilities to have the diagonals are like straight diagonal. You can't do like somewhere in between, which would be amazing if that would be possible. But since you can't do that, you can't go in that angle that this house had in the beginning. So I'm trying to make some sort of layout out just to see if I made this kind of correct. So I try to put in things there that I could see was in the pictures. I did change some things just to make it more convenient, and when it goes gray, I'm trying actually to take a picture to just put in a picture where you can see kind of where I'm trying to go with it, where the inspiration is from, just to make sure that you understand how I'm thinking and what I'm trying to. One thing that I did notice in the printout blueprint, you could say, there was staircases at the left on the right side of the house, but when I checked them at the pictures, there wasn't any. So I did actually just change that part and take away all the stairs. And it is quite a big house, and I realized that the lot isn't big enough in some of the places, so I had to change to make it to be able to put in some of the things. And I had to change where the pool was, and yeah, it was quite a lot to try to work with and try to make it work. And I'm just trying to experiment how to make different levels. One thing I learned with the platform tool, which was very good, I didn't realize this before when I worked with it, is that it has I used the middle part to raise the platforms, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. But then I realized those little arrows up and down where you can raise it up, and that made a huge difference. A lot more easier to work with. I think this was about here where I realized about the staircase, that there weren't any really. But just trying to make things work. I'm not gonna replicate it fully, but just make as close as possible where the limitations in the game is. So yeah, there I realized that there weren't any staircases there. So just want to show you that that was the reason why I'm changing it. So and then I did try, I think I changed the fence after this just to be able to work with it more easily with a higher fence. Because it looked more nicer. You can actually see in the pictures that there are a fence around the whole thing. I'm thinking it's quite expensive. The house itself. I think it was about like $7 million. So it's a very expensive house. So of course I will have fencing, and of course it's luxurious. I'm trying to find the right way to mix with landscaping, but then I realized at the end of the video there where I'm thinking of making perhaps another part where I actually landscape and trying to furniture it, because this video took so long time to make just by finding the building itself. Perhaps I'm gonna use this to maybe for a challenge, or maybe for just because there are so many possibilities to the different levels and rooms. The only thing that I'm irritated by is that I couldn't make a pool, and you're gonna see I'm gonna try very hard to make that pool work, but I couldn't. So there are some limitations that you have when you're trying to build. For one, the whole thing with the house, if you see looking at the big pictures around them, is that it is you can see those split levels with a different type of wood. But the problem is that they're having a balcony which is made in glass, but I couldn't create a balcony with glass and a split small level. Perhaps I could if I had used the platform tool, but the platform tool, even if I had used that one there, it wouldn't be able to have the same type of wood. It would make it very difficult. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to create some of the things here to make it work. I'm thinking I did a decent job, since this is the first time I'm actually trying to replicate a bigger house. I tried once when I was about to buy a house, because I wanted to see how I would furniture it and see if I could actually make a house in The Sims for the one I was going to buy. Here I'm thinking about trying to make space for the pool, and realizing first I took the wrong one, and I took the fountains. Doesn't work. And then I realized I needed a pool, but I couldn't make it work with the pool. So in the end, I cheated. I picked out floor pattern which looked like a pool. I don't know how to make it work. I mean, yeah, I tried to lower the platform just there to remove it, but I couldn't. I just couldn't make it out. I couldn't work it out. In the end, I just took it looked like a pool, and there you go. There's a pool. But yeah, trying to make it work, and but it is, I don't usually, I just do this like the cheapest normal houses in Sims. I never do. I do either do that, or I do like a big mansion which looks like a king could live in it, and it's not that good. So this was a fun experience, to trying to experiment with a different type of woods and a different type of ways to build. Besides, this is like a modern house, so I'm trying to see which type of wood were the most resembling, and I decided that that was the better one. and I realized I had another lightning, so it didn't look correct in one of the directions. There you go, more light. I'm trying to see if because the columns did have the right kind of color. I didn't want to use the black, but I didn't want to use the lighter one, so I'm just trying to check if there was another one that is preferably square, but I just couldn't find another one, so yeah. Trying to fix it in the grass, since it is a platform. So I'm gonna try and landscape this later on, and I won't go through the pictures while doing that, because I feel that is unnecessary. Just better to make it look good. And we'll see, perhaps I do like a challenging myself with like one room is a package or something like that. Some parts I realized afterwards that like the garage area seems to be further in, and then they have like columns which changes the which makes like a fake wall, you could say. So that's a way of perhaps trying to make a new make it look a bit more fresh. I'm gonna see what I can make. I'm trying to experiment, because in the pictures they have like a terrace, but it is with a roof with columns, and I'm trying to make these columns work, because I've never used that support column. So, but my plan didn't work. So in the end I had to make a roof instead, and trying to make it look as woody as possible, and work. Yeah, but hey, I did my best. Right, when I raised with the platform I couldn't place a door, so I needed to lower down the platform, and then the columns disappeared, so now I could place a door, but the columns need to be replaced. The hard thing was with the windows, because since all the windows are very big and very wide, I needed to place. I did ended up placing several doors next to each other, just to make it look good. I'm not too sure if I wanted the same type of window door, so. But I thought I had BB move objects on, but it turned out I didn't, so I changed that as well later on. I don't know if you can hear it, but my dog wants attention. That's why there's someone making sounds in the background. But yeah, just trying to find the most matching windows with regards of the pictures on the house, because they have very large big windows, so that was the essential part. So I tried to experiment with different types of windows, and I realized that I needed to move some of the windows because in the pictures they had like a more cool type of window. They had like split windows and split levels, so therefore I put in another window just to make it look more interesting. So I'm thinking I'm soon done here with how it looks. I mean, it's quite similar, not too far off. It's hard to make the same angles, of course, but yeah. So that was the house I built, and I hope it can inspire someone. And I'll upload a video tomorrow as well. So have a nice day and good night.